What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're doing something we haven't done in quite a while. Lately we've been doing a lot of realistic things, kind of saving some teams in real life and all that, but today we're doing some fantasy, something we haven't done in a while, and this is an 82-0 rebuild with the Atlanta Hawks. And 82-0s, you pretty much have to get crazy, kind of get cheesy in 2K, and that's what we're doing today. So the goal was to obviously build like a godly squad that can, you know, get as close as you can to 82-0, because it is nearly impossible to go 82-0 2K no matter what you do, but it is still fun to do. So make sure you guys smash the like button on this video, and of course subscribe if you haven't already, man. So 6% of you watch this video aren't even subbed. It is completely free. We already reached 100 subs after 16K pretty fast, so let's try to do that with 200 coming up as well. So let's go ahead and do this Atlanta Hawks rebuild and see how close we can get to 82-0. So obviously you're trying to collect a lot of superstars under the salary cap, and with that you have to trade for some rookie contracts at times, and there are some things you got to do in order to try to go 82-0. It is not easy. You got to try your best to, like I said, be as cheesy as possible. So what I like to do when I start out my 82-0 rebuilds, I usually like to go ahead and use the trade finder to my advantage to start things off. So guys that aren't important to the team as much, the guys that could get you first round picks right away, like John Collins is going to be like, there's a lot of players that aren't expiring necessarily, but Rajon Rondo, a 34-year-old who is a 76 overall, there is a chance I will find a first round pick in this trade finder. Like I just saw Patrick Beverly, but we are trading Brandon Goodwin, but we get a first round pick. Like I said, there's a lot of crazy things you can do in the 2K trade finder, as you guys all know. I don't even really have to explain that to you guys. You guys, I'm sure, are very aware of that. But we can get an unprotected 2024 pick from the New Orleans Pelicans, and we also get JJ Redick in return, which is somebody I can actually just go ahead and flip right back around into the trade finder, and I literally might be able to find a first round pick potentially. It doesn't always happen, but sometimes you can usually find first round picks. So what I'm going to do is flip some players here for a little bit, see what I can grab, try to grab as many picks as possible. Once we're done with that, we'll simulate the season, obviously. And I guarantee you, after getting Patrick Beverly, I can throw Patrick Beverly right back in the trade finder, probably attach him with somebody down here that may not be too important, like maybe actually I'm gonna keep it. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw Beverly in trade finder, kind of see if I can get a first round pick for him alone. If not, we'll go ahead and attach somebody with him and see if we can get it. But so far we do get a first just like that offered from the Portland Trail Blazers, so we will be doing that trade. And we also acquire Derrick Jones Jr. With that, we will throw Derrick Jones Jr. and Tony Snell back into the trade finder. Obviously this is kind of the repeat process of getting first round picks if possible, so I don't see a lot going on there. But if we throw Bruno Fernando in the trade finder, we literally might get a first round offered to us potentially. But we've gotten 3 so far, just right off rip, but we have a lot of young assets as well. So Tony Snell, I mean, I'm hoping I can get a young player or a first round pick for him potentially. So we can get Jakob Poeltl. We trade a second round pick. That actually could be nice, because now what we can do with Jakob Poeltl is flip him into a power forward, and I guarantee you we will get a first round pick offered to us potentially here. And I'll throw Jakob Poeltl with $8 million, power forward, literally a 79 overall, power forward, 25 years of age, and we get Luka in a 2025 first from the Clippers. Or we can go ahead and keep looking real quick just in case somebody wants to offer me 2 firsts for no reason, but the Clippers want to give me their first round pick, and I will happily oblige that. So basically that's what we're doing. That's what I'm pretty much going to do. I'm not going to trade anyone significant just yet. We'll kind of wait till the offseason, but like I already said, I'm just going to keep flipping assets. Hopefully we acquire a ton of first round picks, and then once we're in the offseason, we can build a godly team. First season came to an end, and we finished as a 9th seed in the Eastern Conference, so I wasn't really sure where we were going to finish, but ultimately Trae Young 90 overall, so averaging 33 points. Obviously Trae Young's probably going to be here for a while. I don't think there's any reason we could trade him. So I'm going to go ahead and just sim with these playoffs, and we'll roll with it from there. So we'll have Orlando, Milwaukee, Toronto, and New Orleans. And wait, what? The Raptors have Devin Booker? Is that what I'm seeing here? Because they just won a championship with Devin Booker. Okay, interesting. As they traded Fred VanVleet for Devin Booker. Okay, well, that doesn't matter, because now we have a big offseason ahead of us where we need to make this team fantastic, obviously. So with the draft lottery ahead of us, we are going to have a high pick, or a lottery pick I should say, not a high pick, because we weren't that bad, but again, we definitely want to make it to where we have some good picks here. So we are going to be getting the 11th pick, and that will be it. So with the 11th pick, we stay at number 11, and obviously we kind of want to maybe trade up here. That's something we definitely want to consider for this. So as far as trade finder is concerned, I want to continue to go ahead and trade players that aren't as important to have. So I did get Royce O'Neal and Udoka Azubuike for like a cheap trade. I think I trade Derek Jones and Bruno Fernando for them. So that's where those two came from. But other than that, I mean, I don't really have anyone I want to throw out the trade finder right away, to be honest with you. But I do kind of want to trade up maybe here, where I could maybe grab somebody of importance like a Cade Cunningham or Jalen Green or something like that. Somebody that could be really good and grow into this team. So as far as what we can grab, so Cade Cunningham, Evan Mobley. Jalen Suggs is usually a beast right off rip as well. So that's somebody, if I can trade into the top 3 and run away with either Cade Cunningham or Jalen Suggs, I would be super ecstatic about that. So I think I'm going to try to trade in the top 2 with the Detroit Pistons. Maybe try to get number 2 from them if possible. I'm not really sure how plausible it's going to be, but I'm going to try. So we have the 11th pick, obviously, to offer them. We got some... I'll give you my 2022 pick as well, because I feel like we're going to be good next year. I don't want to trade any of my other first, though, just yet. So let's go my 2024 as well. And let's throw those at them, and they don't agree. I will also give you Udoka Azubuike, and I will give you... let's say maybe Bogey. You want Bogdan Bogdanovic, and they agree. So just like that, we get the second pick in the draft, which is going to be awesome. We can either take Jalen Suggs. I'm also going to fire my coaching staff. You kind of want the best coaching staff possible for these 82-0 challenges. So we'll go ahead and keep that around. Michael Stoffer with the A's across the board. We have to give him our whole budget. I'm not in love with that part, but let's see if we can grab Trent Peterson. And of course, a trainer is usually pretty important here. Unfortunately, we don't have an A trainer out here. Michael Stoffer is actually not very interested in right now, which is a little annoying. Mike D'Antoni is also going to be the next best coach with the best rating. So I guess we're going to have Mike D'Antoni for this challenge, and we're going to go ahead and grab Dion Blount with the assistant coaching spot. So, all right, the coaching staff isn't terrible. Could be better, but it's not bad. So now with the draft, with the second pick, we can either take Cade Cunningham or Jalen Suggs and roll with it. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to actually look real quick and kind of see who is available as far as Team Intel Trade Finder type stuff. So Donovan Mitchell is available from the Charlotte Hornets or from the Utah Jazz, which he could be obviously an awesome acquisition on this roster. We got Evan Fournier, Luka Doncic. The Mavericks are selling, and Luka is not untouchable right now. That actually would be insane if we could somehow snag Luka Doncic. That's something I've never even tried, but he is literally available right now. So, I mean, we might have to attempt to grab Luka Doncic here. I'm going to try. I don't know how easy it's going to be, but is there any way I can snag Luka from the Dallas Mavericks here in the offseason? But a ton. I'm not even going to cap. I gave up so much that it may not even been worth it, but how often do you get to trade for Luka Doncic out of all people? So we have Trae Young and Luka together now. So yeah, like I said, we gave up the second pick, 2 first-round picks, Kevin Hunter, and a Okongwu. We gave up a ton. I'm not even going to cap. I'm not lying. But Luka Doncic and Trae Young is going to work magic for us, I feel like. So I'm definitely so okay with this. So Luka Doncic, we're going to move him to shooting guard immediately at 97 overall. So, and they're both, not to mention, on rookie contracts. So literally, we might be able to sign someone else to make this team even more interesting. And honestly, if you ask me, we still have assets on this roster even after what we just did. So the trade finder or the draft is no longer important. We got Luka freaking Doncic, which is absolutely insanity. So player options, Chris Dunn. We're not going to worry about those two guys. And then qualifying offers, John Collins is somebody I definitely want to bring back if possible. And then so we have like Kawhi out here, which, you know, obviously Kawhi is going to be the best free agent. Unfortunately, this free agency class isn't as good. But if we can grab Kawhi Leonard, that would make us immediately interesting. And we don't have enough cap space as of right now, but we can definitely, I think, free up the money to make it happen. So like Gallinari is someone that is making a bag of money right now. So I feel like what I want to do is probably grab a first-round pick. I saw Precious, and man, Precious can be a beast in the simulation. So I think then we can get a Chicago Bulls 2022 first. And then there's Precious and Taurean Prince, which would be nice. So actually, I kind of like this idea because, like I said, Precious turns into a beast on this game. I don't know what it is, but we could grab that 2022 first, which could be a really good first-round pick as well. So I think, you know what? I think I'm going to free up the money. I know Precious would be I feel like I can get him with a different trade. So what I'm going to do is actually try to trade for him. So he's making $2 million, which isn't too much money. So Royce O'Neal, and I'll also give you a second. I'll give you a first. How about that? Nope, they don't agree to that. Obviously, that's kind of a bag of chips I'm offering them, and they can't take it. You know what? It's really not that big of a deal. So now we should be able to sign Kawhi Leonard, obviously, and if possible, could I get him without offering him a no trade clause, or is that not even a thing? I feel like that's probably not even a thing. I'm gonna offer it because I feel like that's probably not even gonna be possible, but we're not gonna get him regardless. So he wants to go to the New York Knicks instead, which is fine. So DeMar DeRozan's also out here, who is an 88 overall. I'm definitely not giving him a no trade clause, obviously. And we want to get John Collins back. But the reason why I went to offer John Collins a contract on day one, because now he will come back on his what is it called? Mid-level, not mid-level. It's called his restricted offer, I think, or something like that. I can't even think of the name at the top of my head right now. So we also have some trade exceptions. Oh, they're only $4 million though. Okay, so nothing crazy. But we signed DeMar DeRozan. We are not keeping DeRozan by any means. Trust me. I love DeMar and all, but it's just not going to work here. So I'm going to go ahead and trade DeMar and Luke Kennard, and we can get Brandon Ingram, Chris Paul, Tobias Harris. So Ingram is already looking like a W trade, but without, we got Kemba Walker, Marcus Smart popping up. Pascal Siakam would be absolutely interesting, but Brandon Ingram has the potential to be that 90 overall guy for us. Chris Paul, Siakam. Okay, so, and then I guess one last person I kind of want to try for is Boston Celtics. Wait, is, let me see something real quick. Is Jaylen Brown or, so nobody's untouchable. Jason Tatum would probably be nearly impossible, but we can try. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I feel like we gave up too many assets. So if I give you DeMar DeRozan, the Celtics can't even afford it. Okay, what if I gave you, what if you gave me Jaylen Brown instead? Can you afford it now? No, they still can't. Okay, you know what? That's fine. We'll just go ahead and take the Brandon Ingram trade, I think. I think Brandon Ingram trade is going to be fine. So John Collins, or not John Collins, it was DeMar DeRozan and Luke Kennard again. And we're going to take the Brandon Ingram, and not to mention we get Brook Lopez as well. We are trading that 2022 first, which is a little unfortunate. But at the end of the day, what we can do with that is we can throw Brook Lopez as a power forward. Not going to stay here because he's probably just going to go down overall. I'll throw Brook Lopez and Royce O'Neal in the trade finder, and Precious pops up. Mo Bamba also pops up. So there is some good options. Malik Beasley. I'm going to go Precious because I know for sure he turns into a beast. So backup center is secured. So now we have Trae Young at the point guard, Luka Doncic, Cameron Reddish, Brandon Ingram, Taurean Prince, John Collins, Clint Capella, Precious. So we kind of have a really nice group. And we only have one player getting paid a lot of big bucks. So we kind of want to keep it that way for as long as possible, because next free agency we can offer money again. So Taurean Prince, I'm going to go ahead and actually throw him in the trade finder, because I don't think he's going to be somebody I kind of want to keep around. We can throw him for some first round pick, and we actually still have some money left over to sign someone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So usually I like to run 8-man rotations in these 82-0 challenges. So Clint Capella right now is our starting center. If we could change that, which would be cool and all, but I don't know if it's going to be possible. Chris Middleton pops up. Wow. Okay, Drummond. What else we got? We got Yukon Kongwu, Miles Turner, Steven Adams, Christian Wood, also very interesting. Christian Wood, I know at power forward is an absolute beast. Who's our power forward right now again? It's John Collins. That's right. Okay. So, all right. What we're going to do is we are going to, I think we're just going to sign someone. I think we're just going to sign someone in free agency that's going to be good for us this season, and then next season will probably be a good trade piece. So like Dinwiddie is somebody I immediately think of. So Spencer Dinwiddie, nice backup point guard, and then we should probably just sign somebody else just for some depth purposes. I'll sign them as well, and that is going to be our roster going into season number 2. We have Luka, Trae Young, Brandon Ingram, Clint Capella, John Collins, Spencer Dinwiddie. This roster looks insane. We gave up a lot for Luka, but we have Luka and Trae Young paired together. And then one thing I am interested in is if I threw Trae Young in the trade finder, what pops up? I'm just curious. I kind of wanted to see. Kyrie Irving. Wow, okay, so that's interesting. Devin Booker, OG Anunoby, Shea, and then I think we're better off just keeping Trae Young, though. So obviously I just was kind of curious about it. So 91 overall Trae Young, but man, I feel like going into this next season, we should obviously be a playoff team. I'm not sure we're going to win over 70 games just yet, but we are on the road. We are getting there. Out of rotation, we're going to have Trae Young, Luka Doncic, Ingram, obviously, John Collins, Clint Capella. We also moved Dinwiddie to shooting guard. We moved Precious to power forward and moved Reddish to small forward. So yeah, the rotation, it is honestly pretty damn good, and I love it. So proficiency is 4.5. I almost said 5.5, but it's 4.5 at 7 seconds right now. So obviously we want to keep it that way. So going to the offseason, it's going to be super important that we get Trae Young and Luka Doncic back. John Collins is going to be a free agent. Ingram's the only one making money, like I said. And then Clint Capella is going to be under a 1-year deal. But we have options in the offseason. I don't think our rebuild is over just yet, but I'm definitely interested and curious to see how this team does in this season and see if we can win over 70 games. Luka Doncic is your MVP, and like I said, we are going to run one more season. 6-man goes to Dinwiddie, so Dinwiddie was really nice for us. And then yeah, 6-3-19, like I said. But that's not really the point. We're not trying to win championships. We're trying to go 82-0. But Trae Young and Luka Doncic did amazing. Ingram with 20 as well. John Collins with 16. Dinwiddie with 16 and 12 from Precious. So yeah, I think what I need to do is probably build the roster a little bit more to the strengths of Luka and Trae Young, who are dynamic scorers, and we actually get eliminated by the Knicks of all teams. Kawhi Leonard did go there, so I guess Kawhi eliminated us. But I feel like we kind of just need to construct the roster just a little bit better this offseason, and I think we'll be chilling, man. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the draft lottery. But there's a lot of different things I might do this offseason. So defense is kind of something I want to focus on. I don't think we have a ton of defense in the rotation. Luka and Trae Young obviously aren't the greatest defenders on the planet. So probably something we need to focus on is getting some defenders. And then let's get Eldon Stewart as our head scout. And we don't get Sean Navarro, I guess. Let's go ahead and make sure we grab him. Okay, boom. So we get a trainer. And then now for the NBA draft, I'm not really sure if we have a second round pick. So we don't have a first round pick, but we have Dinwiddie under contract, Nerlens Noel under contract, Clint Capella under contract. So there is some options. Clint Capella is not a bad center to have, but if we could maybe grab somebody better, I would obviously not mind that. Rudy Gobert, 30 years old. That would be an immediate upgrade on the defensive end. Obviously, Christian Wood, CJ McCollum. So we get Jay Crowder, or we get Rudy Gobert and Jay Crowder. If I can build this trade without having to, let's say I gave you, okay, so they agree. That was easy. All right, so we got Rudy Gobert, who is going to be an upgrade on the defensive end, which is, like I said, I wanted to upgrade the defense, so that's going to be an upgrade. So now we still don't really have a first-round pick, and then obviously I think Ingram is cool and all, but we don't really need him, honestly. We have enough scoring with Luka and Trae Young. I don't think we need scoring. I think we need defense, and we get Devin Booker here, but if I trade Brandon Ingram alone, De'Aaron Fox, Jonathan Isaac would be definitely a defender. That would be awesome to have, but obviously I wouldn't mind getting someone better. But Jonathan Isaac definitely is up there for somebody I wouldn't mind having. If I threw Dinwiddie in the trade finder, could I grab Jonathan Isaac instead of having to give up Brandon Ingram, Karis LeVert, Bojan, Fred VanVleet, Malik Beasley, CJ McCollum? Okay, so I'm gonna go try. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get the Magic to give me Jonathan Isaac, who is a fantastic defender, obviously. So I gave you Dinwiddie, and they want 2025, 2026. They gave me Kendrick Nunn. What if I have, you know what? Actually, that's fine. Let's go ahead and offer that. And yep, they counter, and boom. So we get Jonathan Isaac, who's going to be a legit defender, which is going to be nice. And then John Collins is somebody I will be resigning and probably trading. Unfortunately, Gobert, Nerlens Noel is still here. So, all right. And then the only other thing left to do is to probably trade Brandon Ingram. And I feel like how I want to do that is qualifying offers. Luka and Trae Young obviously are both guys we 1000% want back. So let's go ahead and just right away sign Luka, Trae Young, and John Collins all back to contracts because we want all of them back. So Luka, obviously we're bringing everyone back. And it says that he, wait, what? Hold up, hold the phone. You ain't doing that to me. So we get both of them, all three of them back. W, so that's what we wanted. So now we have options. So Luka Doncic, Trae Young, obviously in the backcourt, Kendrick Nunn, Jonathan Isaac, Cameron Reddish. We have John Collins, Precious, Rudy Gobert, Nerlens Noel. So I think what I want to do is I think John Collins is probably going to get traded, and I think Brandon Ingram's going to get traded. What I'm hoping is I can upgrade to the point where I can grab another good defender, another good, like a good defender that's going to help us out, where we can try even harder to go 82-0 this next season, but it ain't going to be easy. So I'm going to have to really look and see what I can do. Actually going to do this trade with the Philadelphia 76ers to snag Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris. What I want to do is keep Ben Simmons but trade Tobias Harris. So Ben Simmons obviously is going to be an upgrade on the defensive end, and we can move him to small forward, and he's going to be a 94 overall. So that is awesome. So Simmons, Luka, Trae Young right now, Gobert, Isaac, and then obviously Harris was somebody that also came from the trade, but I don't really want to keep Tobias Harris. So what I'm going to do is move him to an 87, throw him back in the trade finder, and hopefully we can get lucky and get something ideally better. Chris Middleton, I saw Christian Wood, moving him to the power forward obviously was going to make him actually pretty good. So you know what, I think I'm going to go ahead and make that trade, and I think Christian Wood goes up all the way to like a 90 overall if I'm not mistaken. He's an 89. So okay, so we got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so we have quite a bit here. So what I want to do, so 1 2, so I'm going to keep 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So there is ideally 7 players I immediately want to play in the rotation. So if I can throw like Nerlens Noel, Davis Bertans, Cameron Reddish, and Kendrick Nunn all in a trade to maybe grab a significant like 85 overall player, that would be the best thing we could do in this situation. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to grab a significant 85 overall player that could come in and help off the bench, and I'll see what I can find. And from the Cleveland Cavaliers, which I will be doing 86 overall center to come in and back up Rudy Gobert, and then we have Nerlens Noel, of course, here. But other than that, that's basically what the roster looks like. Gobert is a 93 at power forward. Drummond is a 90 at power forward as well. Then Nerlens Noel is going to be an 81 at power forward, which I don't really want to keep Nerlens Noel around because he's not going to play in the rotation. So if I threw, we get Tyrese Maxey, DeMarcus Cousins. I think I'm going to take the Tyrese Maxey trade, I guess. Rui Hachimura is interesting as well. But yeah, I'm going to do the 76ers trade with Tyrese Maxey. And we got it, man. We basically have it. So Tyrese Maxey, we don't have a backup shooting guard. So if I threw Maxey at the shooting guard, he's an 82 overall. So this is what our final product is looking like. Simmons, Jonathan Isaac, Christian Wood Precious, Rudy Gobert, Andre Drummond. I mean, the team, I think, is literally as stacked as you can get it almost. Luka, Trae Young, Ben Simmons. I mean, I really hope this team can definitely win over 70 games. I would be shocked if we didn't, honestly, because this team is ridiculously stacked. So what I'm going to do is obviously simulate season number 3, and hopefully we win over 75 plus games or something along the lines of that. If not, I'm going to be super disappointed. We didn't win over 75 games, but we did go 71-11. So I'll take it, I guess, to start off this 82-0 rebuild series. That is, if you guys enjoy it, want to see more. So looking at the stats of this roster, we had 30-30. So Ben Simmons was 17, 14 from Christian Wood. I mean, this team was good. I don't know where I went wrong. You guys will have to let me know what you think I did, where I went wrong, where this team did not win over 75 or even go 82-0. But looking at it, we are playing the Indiana Pacers, but at the end of the day, this doesn't really matter. We just wanted to go 82-0. If we get it off with a championship here, that would obviously be ideal, and we do. So that's awesome and all. But 71-11 record, we only lost 2 games in the playoffs, and that was to the Charlotte Hornets of all teams. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed, man. We went absolutely cheesy in this rebuild. We traded for Luka Doncic of all people, man. Luka Doncic. That was insane. We had to give up a lot, but we got Luka. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. For now, this is Crushables. I'm saying peace.